Hey friends, Stephen here in the studio. Welcome to Hope on Demand for Monday. Look, got a great guest for today. He's one of my favorite people, one of my absolute favorite people in the entire world, certainly here in Canada. He is Bill Prankard, and if you know him, you're going to love this story. If you don't know him, let me introduce you to him. You're going to fall in love with him in just a moment. Bill Prankard is the founder of the Bill Prankard Evangelistic Association, the ministry that I now run. 2 years ago, he handed over to my wife and I. 2014, he asked my wife and I to start walking with him to run a program designed to stop suicide in the North. Arctic Hope Project is what we came up with then. You know, he's absolutely such an inspirational man. This is a guy who, in his late teens, decided that he would give his life to God. He asked Jesus to fill him with hope, to fill his life with God's power. And, for the last 5 decades, he's been walking with God. You're going to be absolutely amazed by the story he tells. He tells a story about one encounter they had with a man in Arctic Russia. If you know him, you already love him. If you don't know him, you're going to fall in love with him in just a moment. So, folks, let me introduce Bill Prankard.
I want to talk to you today about hope. You know, without hope, you've got nothing. You've got nothing. And that's what people are losing, hope. I noticed across the country, people I'm hearing from, they're losing hope. People in the church and out of the church, they have no hope. And I want to encourage you today, because with hope, you can believe that the impossible is possible. With hope, you can believe that anything can take place. I mean, hope brings life to you. Hope makes you feel good inside. And the message of the Bible, the whole message of the gospel is a message of hope. I mean, Jesus said, there's a thief that comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Basically have life till you're so filled with life that it spills out over to everybody else. You can be a carrier of life and hope. That's the message of the cross. That's the message of the gospel. And some of you may say, well, I don't want anything to do with the church. I'm not talking about the church. I'm talking about you and him. A relationship that when you allow him into your heart, he is hope, he is life, he is all of that, and he just fills you. I want to tell you about a situation that I had in Arctic Russia. You know, there are Inuit scattered across the top of Russia that have never heard the gospel, and really they have no hope. You know, first of all, they were under communism that basically ignored them, and now they're left on their own as well. And the only people that go to many of these people out on the tundra are people that deal with vodka, and they'll trade the reindeers for vodka, and many of them have very few reindeer because they're addicted to this terrible vodka that these people bring. But we discovered that not only we need to go there because the gospel needs to go, the good news needs to go to the ends of the earth, but we could get there. We could fly to Moscow, fly as far north as we could, and then get in a tank, an old military tank, and go out on the tundra and find these people who are still living in reindeer skin tents, still traveling with the reindeers. And let me tell you, if you want comfort, don't do it. But if you want a trip, wow. And so one day we were traveling, and we knew we weren't going to big meetings because, I mean, people travel in single families. And we came across, way in the horizon, 2 tents, which we knew was a family, an extended family. We get there, and there they are, the mother, father, and the old man, the grandfather, and the kids, and all of this. So there is, quite a group of them. And the old man, the grandfather, he was crippled up. He had a walking stick crippled up. He looked like he had so much pain in his body. And that morning he would have got up with no hope, just thinking it's another day and just going to go through with pain, hard to get around. There's no doctors, no medicine. And so we gathered together and we started telling them. We sang some songs. First of all, they just watched us and then started telling, and I started sharing through the interpreter the message of hope, that there is a God, and they knew there was a God, they just didn't know you could get to him, that he loved them so much, that he cared for them so much, that he sent his son to die for them, and his son loves them so much because he is alive, he rose from the dead, that he wants to help them and heal them. That was the first time this old man and the family had heard anything that would give them hope. And he shuffled up to me and he said, okay, I'm ready. How does this work? He said it through the interpreter. And I wasn't finished really, and he was ready. I mean, he got hope just like that. If there is a God, and he knew there was, and God loved him so much he sent his son, and his son loved him so much he could help him and heal him, then I'm ready. So we laid hands on him, and because he wanted to know how it worked, and I said, well, we normally put our hands on you and ask God to heal you. We did, and he did. I mean, it was amazing. The man shot up straight. He threw his walking stick. His eyes changed. He started laughing. And they said, we haven't heard him laugh in years. He'd been in so much pain. And then I asked a crazy question. I said, well, would you like to give your life to this Jesus? And he said, yeah, of course I would. Do you know what changed? Hope. That man had no hope. He just thought, this is another day, I'm going to be like this, and it's going to get worse and worse, and I'm going to get more and more limited, and one day I'll die. And he received life. If God can do that for him, he can do it for you. We've got a message of hope. His name is Jesus. I want you to invite him into your life. He's standing at your heart's door right now, knocking. All you have to do is say, Jesus, come in. That's where hope starts. That's where life starts. Everything can change with you. So I speak blessing over you and declare that you will not only get hope, but you'll be a carrier of hope, and you'll let it spill over to everybody else. God bless you.